I don't think you guys should be planning to wholesale one deal a month and try to make $10,000 a month forever. You're going to burn out. You're going to run out of deals. You're going to get beat out by the people that are doing it as a business. So you either need to...
I actually think most people are thinking about real estate investing all wrong. And I thought about it wrong when I started this channel, but I have learned so much in the last couple of years, from buying my first house for myself to live in, to wholesaling, to burning properties, and now having a rental portfolio. You guys have really been enjoying these vlogs lately. So throughout today, while I head to my pickleball tournament, I want to tell you guys how I would approach real estate investing differently if I was in your shoes, where I wanted financial freedom, I wanted time freedom, location freedom. I wanted to be my own boss. I wasn't afraid of working hard, right? Not looking for anybody to give me anything. But if you want to make sure that your hard work goes towards benefiting yourself and your family, rather than working hard to build something for someone else, I want to tell you guys how I would approach that. A better way to approach that than I think what most people do right when they get on YouTube, start reading books, get interested in this type of thing.
The summer that I got interested in real estate, I met a millionaire who owned multiple mobile home parks across Texas. And when I say multiple, I mean like, I think double digits, right? So like over a dozen. And he taught me 3 lessons that I did my best to take and run with. I'm like, if this is advice from a real estate investing millionaire, I am going to take it. I did my best to run with it. And I haven't like followed his blueprint perfectly. We were different people, different circumstances, but I have taken some guiding principles from the afternoon that I spent with him. His son was an athlete at a basketball camp that I was running that summer, and he hung around to watch his son and help us rebound and things like that. And my first pseudo lesson, this isn't the lesson for the millionaire, but this is the first lesson of how I even got this opportunity, is that when I got interested in real estate, I started telling people. And not just people that I thought could help me, but everyone, my family, my friends, like in casual conversation, like, oh yeah, I'm interested in real estate investing. Like, I'm reading this book, I'm reading that book, like blah, 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 blah. Have you ever owned a house? Like asking my parents, like, hey, tell me about like buying houses. Because my parents have bought houses, but I've always just been a kid and not paying attention to that process. So I started talking about it. Because I started talking about it, one of the guys that I was running a basketball camp with, I had told him I got interested in real estate investing, blah, blah, blah. He knew that a millionaire was a real estate investing millionaire. I just thought he was dad. I had no idea that he had all this experience and this knowledge in what I was interested in. But because I had been talking about it, my friend was able to let me know and to make that connection. So because of that, I got the chance to talk to him. I asked him if I could buy him lunch. I knew he was a millionaire. I was like, can I buy you lunch? And, you know, I'm interested in real estate investing. Can we talk about this? And so that's how I even got the opportunity to talk about it. So I guess the first lesson is like, tell people what you do. Tell people what you're interested in, even if you don't see the path. So the basketball camp was over at like 10 a.m. on a Saturday, and my flight out wasn't until like 8 p.m. that night. And so I asked him, hey, after the camp's over, can I buy you lunch? And I would love to learn anything you want to share about real estate investing and financial freedom. So he agreed. So after the camp was over, we actually stopped, got lunch, and then went to his house, which was absolutely amazing. Mansion, private community, Tesla with the butterfly doors, cool guest house out back, absolutely amazing. And we went into his office. He had a big wall that was completely just a whiteboard. And he got out his marker. I sat down, took out a notebook, and we got to it. The first of the 3 lessons actually started with a question. And I'll ask you the same question now. What is most people's biggest expense? Like, tell me, what's your guess? And I would actually love, like, I know people say, put it in the comments, but I would actually love to know, what do you think? Like, what is your first guess before I tell you? I guessed housing. I guessed food. I guessed travel. I guessed health insurance. But the answer, haven't put it in the comments or thought about it yet, here's your chance. The answer is actually taxes. And I was like, what? But then it made sense. He's like, most of my income goes to taxes, right? Most people's income goes to taxes. You make 100% of what you make, 20, 30, sometimes more percentage of that goes to taxes. And so for him,
real estate investing wasn't necessarily like a passion. He doesn't love houses or love mobile homes, but it was a vehicle to help him lower his biggest expense that wasn't under his control. He's like, I can always lower my grocery budget. I can always lower my housing budget, but there's only a couple of legal ways to lower your tax expense. And one of them is through owning real estate. And so the first way that I would think about investing differently, knowing that, is, well, yes, I wholesaled early on to get capital, to do other things. This is actually the reason that I wouldn't go full-time into something like wholesaling or house flipping unless it was my passion, because those are active ways to make money in real estate and do not give you a ton of tax benefits in the way that passively owning real estate does. So keep the end goal in mind. If I had it to do again, I would get to owning rental properties as absolutely quickly as I could, rather than wholesaling or trying to do something like house flipping for a long time. Because for me, houses are cool. I really love this process and I love doing this work, but it's not my passion. And I am in real estate more because of the tax benefits of owning real estate than I am because I love houses. And learning that taxes are actually most people's largest expense by far really helps to put that in perspective for me, and hopefully will help you choose your strategy and your approach a little bit better.
Don't get them caught, bro. Just do your thing.
Thank you.
Play smart and play hard. Play to win.
Love you. Love you too. All right. Okay, so as we go inside the tournament, I'll tell you guys about the... Gosh, this lighting is going to be bad because the sun's over there. So we'll do our best. The second... I would walk backwards through this parking lot, but I prefer not to get hit by a car. The second lesson that he taught me was... And this is putting it in my own words. And actually, maybe he would disagree. But this is what I took away. And this is something that I'm trying to apply now. It's like... Go passive, then massive. And at the start of my journey, I thought I had to choose. My name's Jenny and I'm a beast. That's my partner for today.
All right, so my audio was so bad in that clip. So I'll explain lesson 2 to you like this. It's the idea of breaking your financial freedom journey up into 2 phases, or what he called 2 different circles. And the first circle is your small circle. It's what do you need to replace your current living expenses? Nothing fancy, just where do you currently live? How much is the rent or the mortgage? What's your current grocery budget, etc., etc. How much money do you need to fund that circle, so to speak? That, for me, my goal was to fund that circle through real estate investing, by not just wholesaling deals, but getting rental properties that would cash flow those living expenses and take care of my first circle. But that's just financial freedom phase 1. Financial freedom phase 2 is your second, your bigger circle. This is your ideal lifestyle. Like, how much do you want to travel? Like, what car do you want to drive? Are you gonna get to a bigger house? Something of that nature. That's your second circle. And you're oftentimes gonna have to do something different to get to your second circle than you did from your first circle. If it's real estate investing, you might be a one-person wholesaler to fund your first circle, but to fund your second circle, you'll probably have to turn that into a legitimate business. For me, building a rental portfolio filled my first circle, but building an actual agency business, which is a YouTube content agency, is my plan to fund my second circle.
I'll explain more of this in just a minute. You want to be on the vlog? Let's go!
I know. Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited. So, me and Jenny are playing our first 5-0 tournament today. 5-0 is like the top level of amateur, so it's my first 5-0. I don't know if it's hers. Good luck. Thank you. So, thank you. I appreciate it. It was so much fun. Are you playing today? Awesome. Good luck. So, we're gonna go do that. Hopefully we win. I will tell you more about the expenses and the process of going passive to massive after the first match. Yeah, who's that?
Todd of Teal and our really good friends. He's really good.
Oh, playing Casey and them? Over the net, you got it. I sing a song when me and Casey are playing. I'm always like, over the net, into the blue. It's so simple. Miss it. What are you wearing? colors.
So navy.
How do I have navy shorts? I brought so much. I was just like, I was so tired after last night. I just threw like 5 outfits in my bag. Colors your shirt? I'll go this probably. Okay. Or maybe I'll go black. I don't know. What am I wearing right now? I'm not line to the restroom, then I'll be right what?
Nice, Lili. Nice, Lili.
Okay, that was not the first game. We ended up playing 4 games back to back. Let me go to a quiet place. Okay, so we ended up playing back to back to back. I don't know why I thought I could vlog and do a tournament at the same time. We just finished all of our like pool matches. You play everybody in 2 games. The first match, we won the first game, lost the second game. Second match, we won. Third match, we won. Fourth match, we won. So we should be in first or maybe second going into the playoffs. But until then, let's talk about expenses. So the idea is keep your expenses as low as possible while you work to get passive income. So this is what I did with first house hacking because it lowered my housing expense, which gave me extra income, well, leftover income basically, to apply to my craft, the thing that I was going to do to invest in myself, right? And that was learning how to wholesale. You know, I needed earnest money. I needed down payments. I needed, you know, money for direct mail eventually. And so the first step of lowering your expenses allows you to invest in yourself. And that investment in yourself is to generate passive income. That passive income helps you to free up your time. So for me, the steps were house hack to lower my living costs, use that extra money to wholesale, to invest in myself, learn how to wholesale. Then I wholesaled enough, got the experience and the capital to get my first bird deal, which generated some cash. Once I had the cash flow, then I could free up my time, right? I didn't have to go out and get a job and spend my time at a 9 to 5. I could then free up my time using my rental cash flow with that passive income. And now the idea is to go for massive income. And I have 3 plans for that. First is to continue to grow my real estate portfolio, not necessarily for the passive income, but for the equity, because the equity increases my net worth and allows me to pull capital out of my rental properties for something bigger, right? So if I needed $50,000, $100,000, $200,000, I could do a cash out refinance on some of my properties, get that capital, and then that could open up an opportunity. Say I wanted to invest in a project or some bigger deal for passive income. Owning those rental properties allows me to have the ability to do that. Now that my time is freed up with the passive income, that's not a ton of money. So my goal is like $300 a door in cash flow after I pay all of my expenses, utilities, set aside for maintenance and repairs. My goal is $300 a month in cash flow. This is where we get to the second circle. Your small circle, your expenses, that's not where you want to live your life forever. Your expenses will go up and you actually want them to. First, they're going to go up because of inflation. Things get more expensive. So you can't hope to live your life in the exact same way and pay the exact same bill. I just saw the $6 for a 6-inch at Subway. It used to be $5 foot long. Now it's $6 for 6 inches. So that's going to make your circle get bigger. It's going to force it to get bigger. Second, you want to live a better life, right? Like you want to travel, you want to do fun things. What's all the hard work for? So you want your expenses to go up as well. So how do you do that? Stop focusing on the passive income and you go for massive income. And that's how I would shift my thinking to really take advantage of different opportunities and not think that I'm going to stay with my small circle forever. It won't stay small. Like, I don't think you guys should be planning to wholesale 1 deal a month and try to make $10,000 a month forever. You're going to burn out. You're going to run out of deals. You're going to get beat out by the people that are doing it as a business. So you either need to do it, invest in yourself, get the passive income, and then turn it into a legitimate business. Or you need to do it, get the passive income free of your time, and then do something else. I just dropped a video on 3 different types of businesses that you can run. If it's real estate, cool. If it's not, cool. know whatever your interests and your passions are, if you want to work for yourself, et cetera, getting to that second circle, getting to that passive income, you have to think more like an entrepreneur rather than just a one-man band or one-man hustler, because it's just not going to last. It's not going to scale. And you're going to end up working more for yourself than you ever worked for someone else. And you're not going to actually achieve the time freedom and the location freedom that you want. You might have the financial freedom, but what good is it if you're just a one-person show and you can't take a weekend off to go to a pickleball tournament or whatever it is that makes life fun for you? All right, I have to go find out where we're playing the playoffs. And then after that, I'll tell you the third thing. This was something that the millionaire, when I was at his house, did that some people might consider rude, but it was actually super inspirational. And I've never forgotten it. It's been a couple years since then. And although I took notes on like the different things he was teaching me, this was like an offhanded comment that he made about his kids that really just changed my perspective. So I'll tell you guys about that after playoffs. Hopefully we win. This is actually Lili from the future. This is a hint of how the day goes. You'll have to wait until the end of the video to see exactly what we got. But if you like these vlog style videos, let me know in the comment section and I'll do more of them. If you like the teaching videos where I'm at my desk and I'm breaking down concepts or doing math on the screen, let me know. If you like both, let me know. Also, if you do like these vlogs and you like seeing a little bit more behind the scenes just of life, not just, you know, business or real estate stuff, I do vlog over on my TikTok. Me and my dad actually played in the same tournament yesterday, and I did an entire vlog of that day on TikTok as well. So it's Lili Invest on TikTok. Let me know what type of content you like down below, and back to the past. All right, I am a sore loser. We ended up losing in the semifinals, which put us in the third place match, which we won pretty darn easily. The teams that won gold and silver, we beat during pool play. It's just that we lost during the playoffs and got booted to third place match. So it was still a lot of fun. I really love playing with Jenny. If you're watching this, you're a great partner. I'm excited for our next tournament together. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Don't love third place, wanted gold, but it's all good. We're about to get some food and I'm gonna head home. But before that, I want to talk about the third concept that I learned from my lunch with the millionaire. And it was all around deciding what time freedom means to you. So we spent maybe 3 or 4 hours at his house in his office, going over different concepts, showing me different information about his properties. He really did pour into me, and I have expressed my appreciation to him all these years later so much for that. But right at the end there, I had to get to my flight that night to head home. And he was going to take me to the airport, but he said, you know, I, every single day, play with my kids for 2 hours from 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock or whatever it was, and I can't drive you to the airport during that time. Is it okay if I get you an Uber? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. He called me an Uber, put me in an Uber, got to the airport just fine. But I just thought it was so cool that, like, he decided what was important to him, and that was 2 hours of playtime with his kids every single day. And they had an amazing playroom. Like, imagine this millionaire's mansion. They had like a rock climbing wall. So picture this. You can go up the steps, right? But also there's a rock climbing wall on the side and there's a net. So the kids can like climb up the steps, but using like the rock climbing wall. Like they can climb upstairs using the rock climbing wall. They had so much cool stuff in that house and in that playroom. But it's just like he decided that's what was important to him. And he structured his life in a way that allowed him to do that. Now, I don't have kids, right? So that's not what time freedom means to me. But time freedom means taking a long weekend and not worrying about work so that I can play in a pickleball tournament with my dad and my friends and hang out. And time freedom probably means something different to you as well. And I think despite the numbers, the different ways to reach financial freedom, what we have to keep in mind is like, what is the end goal? And it's to make your life look as close as possible to what you want it to spend the time doing the things that you want to do. So those are 3 lessons I learned. Those are 3 ways I would think about my financial freedom journey a little bit differently. Let me know what type of content you guys want to see as we continue into 2024. And as always, thanks for watching.